day 7. So we've just left Venice, okay, well we were camped near Venice and we got the boat in there. Now I have to say Venice was actually slightly disappointing. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, what's this?
Hey, what's it say? Hang on. Oh, way up, look at that. Oh yeah, that's nice, isn't it? What is it? Don't know, but it's nice. Looks like an MG. Anyway, back to what we were on about. When we went to Venice, Venice is nice, don't get me wrong, it's very picturesque, but it was filthy, absolutely filthy. The bins are all overflowing all over the street. I mean, it smelled funky everywhere.
There was nappies, wasn't there, as
and
well?
there was nappies and that just chucked on the floor. Oh, it was awful. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's worth a visit, but it's alright, Adam. Yep, it's alright. I can't see sometimes.
Don't know why we were braking, but we were braking.
It was absolutely filthy, and I'd recommend going, but I wouldn't go for very long, because you probably might go there and think, ugh. Like we went to St Mark's Square. Is it St Mark's Square?
That was worth visiting.
That was worth visiting, take a photograph, but I mean, it was just there was just rubbish all over the streets, everywhere. I mean, I was shocked actually into how dirty it was. So anyway, we've left there now. So this is day 8, is it, Adam?
Day 8, yep.
This is day 8. So now we're going to head up. We were heading originally. The checkpoint is to the Tower of Pisa. Now we're not going to head to the Tower of Pisa. We are actually missing it because we were talking to several people who have been there and the Rust2Rome people who run it. And they said, well, it's up to you if you want to go, but there is it's very easy to get done there for fines and parking, because you can't park really very well there. You have to sort of just abandon your car and hope you don't get ticketed or fined or clamped. Plus, apparently it's a bit of a dodgy neighbourhood around there where people seem to break in your car quite regularly, we were told. And my sister went there as well, actually about a year ago, and said she was very disappointed with it, because literally that's all there is there. So we've decided to cut that part of the trip off and go straight to the campsite, which I think 80% of the people on this trip are doing, because everyone was a bit like, if you go down the wrong street, you can get like a €60 fine. So if you go down 3 wrong streets, yeah, or your sat-nav plays up, that's quite a lot of fines you're going to get in Europe. So, to be honest, I wasn't that bothered about the Tower of Pisa, to be fair. So we're pushing on to this nice campsite. Apparently it's a really nice one, and then we're off out for dinner later. So, like I said, there's not much to film today, because literally we're just on the motorway to the campsite. So apart from just showing you this, which is just a motorway in Italy, you know, there's not a lot going on really. The only thing I wish I'd done on this car now is put bloody aircon in it, don't you, Adam?
It's roasting in it.
We thought about it on the way. Oh, where's he gone? Oh, it's alright, we're just keeping up with car 22. So car 22 had a slight mishap yesterday, okay? So the mishap they had was basically we were on the Italian motorway heading to Venice, and he got his phone out the window videoing us as he drove by, because he was driving. I know you're not supposed to use your phone, but people do abroad, don't they? And he was like this, hot filming us. He put it too far out the wind. The wind whipped it because we were doing 80. Because over here you could do 100. Is it 110 kilometres?
130 kilometres.
Yeah, it was quite a quick road. And the phone flew out of his hand and smashed on the motorway. I didn't actually see it. I just heard the bang. I thought, what's that? And it was his phone gone. So he was a bit annoyed because obviously he had all his pictures and that on it. But then there you go. That's a memorable thing for the trip. That is. Don't put your phone out the window to video someone, because you'll never see it again. And it was because we were going so quite quick, you can't even go back and get it, you know what I mean? So that was a bit of a downer for them yesterday. So like I say, there's not a lot I can film. Sorry, there's not a lot I can film today, but we'll see what we can do. All right. So we made it to the next campsite. We've got Rome tomorrow. It's really picturesque here. So that's the name of the campsite, because I can't remember what you call it. There we go. It's lovely here. So at the minute it's like 37 degrees. It's really nice. And yeah, it's good. So I'm just going to freshen up, and then I think we're off out for dinner. Adam, this is the last night of tenting, so Adam is now officially going to throw his tent away because he is sick of the sight of it. Aren't you, Adam?
It's going in the bin and it's going gone. Worst tent in the world.
Mine was quite alright.
Man Warehouse can suck it.
Yeah, Mountain Warehouse, there was a slight hole in the door, so we had a bit of a breeze every now and again. Because it's orange, it seemed to attract every insect going. But I was alright in mine.
Broken door, broken poles.
Oh, yeah, the pole was broken as well.
Piece of shit.
We are ditching the roll mats here as well because we cut bits off them for the car. So we're going to ditch them as well to save space. Go on, Adam. Go and put it in the bin.
What, a tent?
Yeah, go on, go and do it.
Got a match?
No.
Oh, shame.
And keep in mind, it's quite good. But I might give it to someone now. There he is, he's off to the bin. That is a very angry man with a tent there, who's absolutely sick of it. I mean, he's been bitten about 1 million times. Just put that in the bin in a very bad way, because it's not actually fully in it, but it's half in it. So he's on his way back now with a smile on his face, probably. So yeah, we're off to Rome today. It's going to be interesting, and then to the hotel. So, this is day number 9. So this is the last day, technically, of driving, yeah? To Rome. So right now we're off to some petrol station so everyone can meet up. So I think we're actually one of the first cars that's going to arrive. There's only 2 or 3 that passed us, but we're trying to keep the speed limit because we don't want no fines or anything. So we're going to meet at the petrol station. Apparently we're going to have like quite a large pizza. Apparently it's like 1 metre long or something. I don't know. It's not round. It's more of a rectangle or something. Sort of saying. As soon as we've done that, we're all going to go to the Colosseum. Now, I don't know how this is going to work because of the restricted zones, because we were told today there is a lot of restricted zones, and there is only technically one route you can get there without going through one. And if you go through a restricted, it is like an €80 fine. So, I don't know how we're going to even park at the Colosseum, because, to be honest with you, there's like 27 of us, and they look room for about 5 cars. 6, maybe. So, it might be different when we get there, but we'll see. But that is technically the finish line, and we go for a hotel. This is, you know, London's quite a stressful drive, but this is something else. I mean,
Got some.
no, I'm alright. I mean, generally, like when you're in London, at least you know what lane goes where. This one, people seem to be in all 3 lanes to go down the same corner. People just walk out in front of you. I've never seen anything like it, I'll be honest. You know, this is ridiculous. I want to bring my XJR down here because someone is fucking down it.
Fucked.
Just go. Fuck it, we're making way.
We have the Colosseum.
Hey, thank fuck for that.
The destination is on your right. Colosseum.
If we can get a chance to stop, do you know what I mean?
Whoa, look at that. That's actually quite impressive, to be fair. Actually, to be fair, the traffic annoying probably is worth that. Which way are we going?
I don't know. Follow these guys.
That says you can't go that. Oh no, you can only go this way.
Be going about me, so.
Oh, is it?
Weird.
Just keep to the right, we can't miss it, can we? The group.
I don't know where they're all parked. They must be around the other side. I'm guessing they're all parked around the other side.
Car 17 just arrived at the Colosseum and also Duckula.
Oh, I see the Rust2Rome.
Fuck you, Chris Farwish. Thank you.
See a minute.
Yeah?
Let's have a look. No, do a better smile. Go on.
I can't fucking
No.
get too many on.
Do one more. There we go. That'll do.
Emilio.
Oh no! Here come the police.
Move us on, yeah. You can't park here.
Emilio. We're coming, let's go. I think it.
That's the people pressing the mic, isn't it?
Yeah. Too many people talking. It's what we have fucking don't organise. It's not organised fucking properly. It's what happens.
Where is that fucking car?
Well done, everybody. Yeah, nice. One.
You see the Sabias over there?
Yeah, they're over there, but where can we park?
Roger.
There's no yellow lines. Don't know about the road, do they?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that. You must have built that bit, reinforced it.
Big enough, would it?
Point five.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Big enough, would it be?
So where the hell do we park then? Because this don't look a big enough car park to me.
There isn't one.
There isn't one? What, we just
park on the road?
You're joking, mate.
No.
How can you park on this?
Take this road. It's not a roundabout or anything. Take this rail space that got moved on last time.
I think that's actually what's happened, isn't it?
I don't know. Is that it?
This looks like a police car down here, huh? So we made it to Rome. Look at the beautiful view. So we made it to Rome, Italy. Now, I did want to film a bit more near the Colosseum, but do you know what? You cannot park to save your life, yeah? If you saw the GoPro footage, yeah, I might have to actually just put music to it because there was a lot of swearing. Now, people in Italy, well, there's nothing wrong with people from Italy, but they cannot drive, yeah? I mean, there's 3 lanes. Oh, sorry. There's 3 lanes coming up to the roundabout. And you get people who just zoom across all of them. Yeah. I mean, driving around there was a nightmare. Plus, there's restricted zones. You can't park outside the Colosseum either. So basically, we went by it and just parked randomly in the middle of the road, hopped out the car, took that photograph, and maybe a little video or something. I can't remember what I've done now. We'll have to have a look. And yeah, that was about it. Take a picture quick, hop in the car before the police come because it was blocking up the whole entire road. But yeah. We made it to the Colosseum in a £350 Jag, so how cool is that? So now, I'll be honest with you, I'm going to go to the bar, have a couple of beers. There's a bit of a party going on tonight. The hotel is amazing. So I'd recommend Rust2Rome to anyone, to be honest. So now we've got to get back, yeah? So we've made it here. Touch wood. This is wood. It's an old building. So now what we've got to do is we're going to leave, I think. We're going to try and get back as soon as we can. So we're going to leave probably like Wednesday morning about, I don't know, 5 o'clock in the morning and see how far we can get. It's a long old drive, you know, so it's going to be like 2 or 3 days, I think, before we get back. But we might try and stretch it to 2, but we're going to see how we get on. Just cruising normal motorway hours and speeds, you know. We'll have breaks and that, obviously, you know, halfway through and that. But yeah, we made it to Rome. Can you believe it? A £350 banger Jag, painted matte black, made it to Rome. It's unbelievable. So I do have some photos I'm going to add to this. I have some videos. Now, some days, I'll be honest, a lot of it was motorway, obviously depending because of how far we're going. So, you know, I was going to make like a video each day, but to be honest with you, when you're driving, it's hard to make videos because we were driving like 5 hours in a row, 6 hours in a row, and you sort of went on a motorway to the end, yeah? And then like around the Alps, I'll film more because obviously, you know, there's a lot of nice hills. I mean, the Alps, to be honest with you, the whole trip, Switzerland was the best. Definitely, Switzerland. I would say, out of the rating, my personal rating of how good these countries were, it went Switzerland, because that was beautiful. It was so clean as well. I mean, it was an amazing place. Then I would say France, south of France especially, and then it was Italy, because Italy, the roads are a bit shocking here. I mean, it's bump, 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 bump all the way there, but we made it. So let me come back to you with a bit more. But like I said, there'll be some photos added into this video. There's a bit of everything, yeah. So thanks for watching. Like I say, I'm going to turn this, I think, into one huge video or 2 parts, I think.
Fizzy water.
The red wine. Don't keep me going. That's very nice. Lovely. Well, basically, we had the party last night. I did drink a bit and give myself a massive hangover, but apart from that, I'm alright. And we did get the Rust2Rome Survivor. It's all back to front, you know what I mean? The Survivor wristband. So now, I'm not sure what we're going to do, but I'm looking for Adam actually. I can't seem to ring him, and the hotel we're in now has run out of electricity because I can't even charge my phone. So at the minute I'm on like 17%. So I'm going to go to the car, check the car over, but let the car charge the phone up a little bit as well. Have a look at this view. This is beautiful. Look at that. That's waking up to that view every morning. Admittedly, somebody is running a generator, which is still. Basically, yesterday Adam was using his phone as a sat nav, and when we were going past the Colosseum, it cut out. When he took his phone back, it shattered in the heat here in Italy. He hasn't even dropped it. He's looked after it, and it's shattered because of heat. Can you believe that? It's shocking. It is amazing how that's happened. We actually had to follow somebody else out because the sat nav packed up in the heat. Adam's phone packed up. Well, Adam's phone exploded nearly. But, see ya. Italy. Look at this, beautiful. So this is where we're at. Frascati or something. It's good. So, hello again. Now, it's officially 4:30 a.m. in the morning. Right? I'm still in the hotel. So we had a bit of a mix-up at the hotel, in the sense that when you do this trip, you can either have a double room or a twin room. Okay, so we had a twin room, obviously, you know, not that way inclined, but generally, what was Adam his first night? We paid a bit extra and Adam had his own room. Or last night they said he can't have his own room. Yeah, so we've had to have a twin room. Basically, what we're doing is we are going to now hop in the car, okay, and we're going to start heading home. We're going to see how far we can get, okay? So it's now 4:30. We're leaving at 5 o'clock. We're going to go check out now and see how far we can get. If we can get like midway through France, that's brilliant. And if we get even further than that, it's even better. Do you think we can do it, Adam? Yeah.
Challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. So let's do it, yeah? Let's see how far we can get. Look, I'll even show you the watch. Look, there it is. Okay. So let's, yeah, hang on. Let's have a go. The only ones leaving this early. Everybody else is leaving like, I think about 10 o'clock in the morning. But we'll sort of get a bit of a drive back. So let's go. So it's now 20 to 6. We woke up at 4:15. We checked out about 4:45, and we were in the car and out the driveway at that time. So I think we're now quite a way out from Milan. Not Milan. We didn't even go to Milan. I mean Rome. So it's very early. Yeah, it's about. What the fuck is this guy's doing? So I'm to cut that one again. So we left at 5. About 4:45 this morning. Yeah, we could have left a bit later. We have actually got breakfast at the hotel. That was part of the trip. But I'll be honest, Adam wants to get back because he's got a few things to do. And so we're not touring on the way back. We are just pretty much going straight back. So we thought, well, if we leave early, today, the challenge for today, we're going to try and get as far as we can. Okay? So, we've put Calais as our destination. And we're in Rome, Italy. Right? So it's a bit of a challenge. But we're not probably going to go that far, but we're just going to keep going till we're knackered, really. So, at the moment, we've been driving probably about an hour, and it says Calais is 15 hours and 12 minutes and 1,015 miles away, and we should arrive there at 20:54. We have knocked 6 minutes off the time of arrival at the moment, but we thought we'd leave early because the roads are dead, you see, so you can drive, you know, like normal speed, you're not held up or anything, and you just go straight there. So let's see how we get on, yeah? But we are going to call for breakfast soon, because we're getting a bit hungry.
Oh, definitely.
Alright. We're on the way home. Okay, so we woke up this morning, like I say, at 5 No, 4:30 or 4:15, something like that.
Yeah.
We basically left at 4:45, yeah, with Team 22. Now, Team 22 are going Amsterdam way home because they live in Scotland, so it's a bit better. Because we live in Lincolnshire, we're going to go to Calais. So basically, this is how many miles are left to Calais. 253. We have drove so far over 750 miles.
We've driven over 750 miles
in less than 24 hours.
In 11 hours so far.
And I intend to be home. We've just booked our ferry for 1:30 in the morning because it was only 50 quid. So basically, what happened was we went to Switzerland, yeah, and we were just going to get to France and see, you know, as long as we touch France, we're going to have a night there, then continue the rest of the day, yeah. Basically, what happened was, I said to Adam here, and someone said to me, you can't get to your home in 24 hours, yeah. So we're here slightly to prove that wrong, yeah. Because we can't stop ourselves because it's more fun, yeah. Even though we are a bit knackered, to be fair. And Adam here has just booked the ferry as we're driving here because we weren't sure if we were actually going to make it to the ferry. But we've, like I say, so we've had to do the ferry. Oh look, there's the World War I sites. Look at that, signs. Look, 1914 to 1918. Look at that. Anyway, well, the battles happened. Now, the ferry's 1:30, so I think from Dover to my house is like 2.5 hours. So that's not too bad, is it? So we thought, nuts to it, because we were so close, we're just gonna plough on. The minute we're back in England, we're sort of alright then, because then we're back on home ground, if you know what I mean. So like I say, it's now 3 hours and 26 minutes till we hit Calais. I've only stopped maybe an hour in that entire, since 4:45 this morning, maybe an hour I've stopped. Yeah, like 15 minutes at a time.
That's been fuel.
And that has pretty much been for fuel or to get a snack from the shop, yeah? Generally we've cruised at 80 miles per hour. Obviously we haven't, and do you know what, we haven't actually speeded, so we've actually done really well to get this far. But I mean, we're just interested if you can get from Rome, Italy to Spalding in England, yeah, in Lincolnshire, in less than 24 hours. And at the minute, yes, I believe you can. Following the speed limit as well. So let's see how we go on. So look, it looks beautiful at evening. So today, technically, we've been in 3 countries. We did Italy, Switzerland, and France. So we come through Switzerland because we've already bought what do you call it, Alan?
It's like a toll pass.
It's like a toll pass, yeah, for the year. So that was like £30 so you can use their roads. So we thought if we come back this way, it's the same distance or the same time you get back, but you haven't got to pay any toll booths, if you know what I mean. It's all good.
Clear?
Yeah. So we have a system going at the minute. There's a bit of a blind spot on the car, so Adam looks when I go to pull out. So you don't see, so you don't sideswipe anyone, let's be honest. So like I say, in France, you can drive at 80 miles per hour on the, not 80 miles, well it is 80 miles per hour, isn't it?
Yep.
Which is a 130 kilometre an hour. You can drive on their motorways, so you do get on quite well. You know, like we've been cruising at 80 for ages now. So now we are nearly just under 200 miles away from Calais, okay? So we are actually destined to arrive an hour a bit early, to be honest, because we can't board the ferry until about an hour before. You got to be there. It's an hour, isn't it?
45 minutes to an hour.
45 minutes to an hour. You have to be there before you board onto it. So to check in, that's the word, check in. So that's what we're going to go and do now. The only thing I'm concerned about is on this car we have them headlamp deflectors, so you don't dazzle people with them. Now I've driven my headlamps on all the time, yeah. Nobody's flashed the lights at me saying it's dazzling them or anything. But unfortunately, I don't know if they're in the correct place on the car. Because what happened was basically we were coming off the ferry and everybody started emergency sticking them on. And me and Adam looked at each other and thought, oh, I thought you only had to put them on if you were driving at night, you know. But no, there was this thing where everyone had to do it quickly and we didn't really know, so we just stuck it on and drove off thinking we're not going to drive at night. We're not destined to get to Calais now till 11. So, and the ferry's not till 1. Well, we're alright once we get on the ferry because we'll just pull it off and we're in England again, yeah, afterwards, so it don't matter. So let's hope we don't get pulled over for anything like that. Yeah, I do. So here I am on the ferry. It's midnight. Literally, we drove from Rome 5 o'clock this morning. Well, 4:45. We haven't really stopped all the way here. Literally, we had one McDonald's and petrol, where we called in, got a coffee or something in the petrol station, or energy drink or something to keep us going. And that's it really. Like I say, we're on the ferry now. So we're going to be home hopefully in less than 24 hours. This is the challenge. I feel knackered, but it's really exciting to see if we can do it as well. Because we weren't going to tour anything on the way back. So some people do a bit of touring, but I'll be honest, we just wanted to see if we can get back. We did quite a lot of touring on the trip, so I thought, well, I fancy getting home and sort of relax, especially before I go back to work. But yeah, brilliant. You can't see the Jag is literally below me, but you can't see it, I'm afraid. We didn't get prime parking. We're just underneath the decking area. But yeah, so 3 more hours when we get back. So about halfway through this trip at the minute on the ferry, and then yeah, should be home, and then I can sleep in my own bed, which would be nice. Get a good night's, good morning sleep. I'll get about 1 o'clock in the afternoon probably, and yeah, brilliant. So I got back about 5 o'clock in the morning, and I was absolutely shattered after about 24 hours of driving, pretty much an hour and a half on the ferry, and then any fuel stops, and then about an hour from McDonald's. I mean, it got back. So literally when I got back I went straight to sleep because I was shattered. But look at the weather. I'm staying on an umbrella bringing you a video. We've just left 38 degrees to come to about 11 degrees in the rain. So anyway, we made it back. That was a really good holiday. Really enjoyed it. It's absolutely brilliant. Right, this hasn't been started for a few weeks, and look at the dust on it. It's awful, yeah? So I've got to valet it now. But let's, oh look, there's a leaf in here as well. So let's check it goes all right. So like I say, I've been a bit busy, and it's been raining, so it's not left the garage. Look at that. Not even perfect motor. Now this has been nice up the Alps, wouldn't it? Yeah. It wants to be clean. It's still got dust in here. Still got dust in here. Yeah. I've got to wash the old one as well. Look at this. Look at the dirt. That is dirt from Europe on there. Filth of Europe. So we'll give that a clean before we start ripping the suspension off on that one. Yeah. So it's the only thing that we've got problem. The only problems we had was the shock absorber bushing, and I think really to do with a set of springs, because I think it's a bit, I think this got a bit old on it because this side sits lower than the other side. That's about it really. I think it probably put aircon gas in it. Yeah, that's the main one, aircon gas. I think we need in it. But apart from that, it was all good, really. I didn't have any problems. It never failed to start. It went everywhere, never cut out, never sputtered, nothing. It was alright, really, for them. It's a good motor. It's deserved a place to have more work done to it now for next year. So something else I want to add, which I have forgotten about 7 or 8 times now, is on Facebook we do have a Team Count Duckula page here, which is like updates on the car. So I'll put a link in the description, and give us a like on there and start following us. Yeah, like I say, so tomorrow's job, brakes on the Mini, and hopefully I get to put a nice layer of polish on the XJR. Yeah, because it's still nice and shiny, but I just like every now and again to give it a new fresh coat of polish. Yeah, I've just washed it actually, just ready to give a polish to tomorrow. Can't wait. So Rust2Rome was brilliant. Absolutely loved it. I mean, it was just fun every day. I mean, driving around the Alps was breathtaking. It was that good. And the fact that you drove there in a car that was less than £500, which this was £350, was brilliant. I know I had to do a lot of work to this one, but to be fair, this was quite old to go in, you know what I mean? Most of the cars, they were a lot younger than this one. But yeah, it deserves a good wash at the moment because it is filthy. I mean, I haven't cleaned it yet. I literally came back, I came back at 5 o'clock in the morning, put it in the garage, and I went straight to bed. I woke up about 2 o'clock in the afternoon because I feel proud of myself. I drove all the way from Rome, Italy to my house in Lincolnshire in less than 24 hours. So I was really proud about that. I mean, a lot of people said you can't do it, and I thought, yeah, of course you can. So the car done well. I mean, it was running pretty much the entire trip. The only time it had to park up was when we got petrol. I had a McDonald's, and when it was on the ferry. So that was good. But yeah, I absolutely can't fault it. So it's that good, in fact. My girlfriend has already booked time off work ready for next year's. So it looks like we're going again. So originally the plan was probably to do one Rust2Rome, then maybe sell it and then do something else next year. But it was that good. She saw some of the photos and videos and thought, I want a bit of that. So we've decided we're going to do it again. Yeah, literally 4 days of being back and we've decided we're doing it again. Now, I have to put new suspension on this Jag because the shock absorber bush did let me down, but that piece I got from Marco, which was a Rust2Rome drinks coaster, did survive the entire trip. That is amazing, isn't it, really? Literally, no faults, didn't miss a beat, nothing at all. Now, the only thing I'll do differently is I think I'd get a double skin tent for next time, because the one we had this time was single skinned, but the problem with it was, I think if we'd had a heavy rain, I think I'd maybe got a little bit wet. So I think probably get a double skin tent for next time, a bit better one. And the only other thing is, I must admit I found it very hard to video this trip. Apart from bits on the GoPro or Adam filming me talking in the car, I found it very hard to video anything because you sort of got to places and you're like, wow, look at this, it's so amazing. And I'll sit there talking to people and that, and we'd have a good look around, and then I'd realise, oops, I haven't filmed anything. So next time I think I'll try and film a bit more, you know. But yeah, like I say, it was a brilliant trip. I mean, speechless how good it was. But I can't wait to go again. To be honest, I'd go right now. If someone said, do you want to go tomorrow and do another one, I would. It was that good. But so I do highly recommend Rust2Rome. Do it. Yeah. I mean, yes, you're camping in a tent. I don't like camping. I will admit that. I don't like it. My views on it are still a bit, ugh. But it was worth it. What, for 8 days camping in a tent? It's not really that bad. You know what I mean? So, yeah, the old girl done well. So next thing this year is going to be new suspension and a couple of other little adjustments. Now I think I don't know what it's called, but there's a bearing that's inside the prop shaft. So like 3/4 of the prop shaft is a bearing, and then the prop shaft comes down into the back axle, and the bearing's bolted to the floor of the car. I think that's gone. I'm not sure. It looks a bit, all the rubber around it, it's all cracked and perished. And when the car was running a little while, there was like a grinding noise, but nothing major. You know, it made it all the way there and got back with it never got no worse, but I do think that was that bearing. So I've got to investigate that for next year. But like I say, we're thinking of doing the Austrian Alps, because I did Swiss Alps this year, so Austrian Alps will be next year, I think, because you get to go the Nürburgring, I think, and I fancy going on that, to be honest. Yeah, not to race around it, just to have a photograph with the Jag on the Nürburgring. It'd be amazing. At least I can have one of them stickers on it to say I have actually been there. But yeah, so like I say, that's it for now. Thank you for subscribing and watching and all your support. Now, I have got a bit of work now to do on the Mini. I've got a few more days of work, so I've got to put new discs and pads on the Mini, because the back discs, to be honest, I think have been dodgy since I had the car. And I looked at one of them and I thought, my goodness. So you'll see that in a later video. It's a very short video, it'll probably be, to be honest, because I'm running out of memory on the phone. This is also the problem I had. I think if I go again, I'll take a proper camera, because literally filming on your phone is alright, but it's a bit difficult very difficult at times. But yeah, it's all good. But Rust2Rome, do it. So some of you that are watching this channel now, I hope to see you there on Austrian Alps maybe next year. Yeah. So that's it from me this time. Hope you all have a great time, and thank you again for subscribing and watching all the videos. And I will see you all very soon when we start doing a bit of work on this. So have a nice one and see you later.